I'm Lowell Neal, and I currently fly a G5 Gulfstream V Classic Gold. Loss of control in flight is a big issue because the result of a loss of control in flight event is almost always fatalities. And so while it is not necessarily the number one incident that happens, it is very, very high, if not the number one cause of fatalities when an incident happens. And while we might have all breezed through in our private pilot training even and seen the load factor chart and talked about it with our CFI, there's a wide-ranging level of how much instruction you actually get on that. And so this was a nice time to deeply go into it in the classroom and then have the immediate correlation to in the airplane for recognizing how easy it could be to get into a loss of control in flight situation if you don't have the right responses. Just the experience of being in those unusual attitudes in a safe environment to actually do them in an airplane can take some of that startle and surprise and potential kind of lockup that a pilot might have if they see it for the very first time in their aircraft. So that immediately translates over. And then I also fly small aircraft still, and especially in that case where wake turbulence might be an even bigger factor for me. I'd heard about upset recovery training before I was scheduled to come here, but not APS specifically. I benefit that I work for a chief pilot who had been through the program several times in the past. And so it was benefit that he was able to word of mouth tell me, hey, you should go do this training. And then I looked into it further. I wish I had done this training earlier in my career. I think that having it after the initial learning phase is complete and you're up to like the commercial pilot level, you've spent enough time in the airplane to truly absorb the training and having those experiences in the unusual attitudes so that you later on are more familiar with it and have a strategy to recover with. Yeah, I wish I'd done this somewhere around like 1,200 hours as opposed to now. It's foolish to think that things will always just go so smoothly. And we spend so much of our career sitting in level cruise, sitting in controlled environments where everything's happening perfectly, that complacency, if you don't have tools to fall back on, could be a real killer.